Okay, do you believe it's acceptable for illegals who commit heinous crimes be released back into the public instead of being detained and deported? Mayor Adams, yes or no?
Anyone break a crime?
Yes or no? This is not hard. Yes or no?
Anyone that break a crime should be detained.
Okay, Mayor, yes or no?
They should be deported.
Okay, Mayor.
Any individual that
Yes or
causes
no?
harm
Yes or
and
no?
breaks
Okay,
the
Mayor
law
Wu?
should be held accountable.
This is why you have 6% approval rating, because you suck at answering questions. Mayor Wu?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. All of the mayors here today are actively working to harm the American people you represent. You all have blood on your hands.
I'm going to ask a series of yes or no questions today, and I would like to remind all of you, you are under oath. I only want a yes or a no to my questions. My first question, do you acknowledge breaking into our country is a crime? Mayor Adams, yes or no? Do you acknowledge breaking into our country is a crime?
I acknowledge.
Yes or no?
I acknowledge.
Okay, Honorable Johnson, he's not going to answer the question. Yes or no? Is breaking into our country against the law? Yes or no?
Depends how you cross the border.
Okay,
Some folks
Mayor
have
Johnson,
status.
yes or no?
Comprehensive
Okay,
immigration
that's not an
reform
answer.
policies
Mayor
are what's
Wu?
necessary in
Mayor
this
Wu,
moment.
do you have a better answer than these gentlemen before you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, do you believe it's acceptable for illegals who commit heinous crimes be released back into the public instead of being detained and deported? Mayor Adams, yes or no?
Anyone break a crime?
Yes or no? This is not hard. Yes or no?
Anyone that break a crime should be detained.
Okay, Mayor, yes or no?
They should be deported.
Okay, Mayor.
Any individual
Yes
that
or no?
causes harm
Yes or
and
no?
breaks
Okay,
the law
Mayor Wu?
should be held
This
accountable.
is why you have 6% approval rating, because you suck at answering questions. Mayor Wu? Yes or no?
Anyone who's a public safety threat should be prosecuted.
All right, I have my next question. When an illegal alien rapes a woman, do you believe you're on the right side of history? Mayor Adams, yes or no?
Say that question again.
Okay, Mayor Johnston. When a legal alien rapes a woman, do you believe you're on the right side of history? Yes or no?
I will charge and prosecute them.
Yes or no? Okay, well, okay. You said you would go to jail, didn't you?
I will
For
charge
harboring
and
illegal
prosecute them.
aliens or something, Mayor Johnson?
Could you repeat your question, please?
When an illegal alien rapes a woman, do you believe you're on the right side of history?
Could you clarify that question?
Okay, Mayor Wu, yes or no?
No, rape is obviously
Then
horrible.
why are you letting rapists back out onto the streets of Boston?
That is not true. That is
Okay.
not what's happening in
When
Boston.
an illegal alien molests a kid, molests an underage kid, do you pat yourself on the back for being compassionate? Mayor Adams?
It's despicable. He should be arrested.
Mayor Johnson?
I prosecute folks that commit crimes like that.
You guys let them out on the streets. Mayor Johnson?
We arrest violent criminals in the city of Chicago.
Mayor Wu?
We investigate, arrest, and prosecute.
You guys don't sound very confident today. Would your city honor an ICE detainer on an illegal alien who rapes kids if one was issued today? Mayor Adams? Yes or no?
In conformance with law, we will honor detainers.
Mayor Johnson?
If there's a criminal warrant, we'll help them pick them up. If there's no criminal warrant, we'll honor a notification request.
Mayor Johnson?
Criminal warrants, we always cooperate with federal agents with a criminal warrant.
Mayor Wu?
Get a criminal warrant, we will enforce.
A criminal warrant. I'm talking about an ICE detainer on an individual who's here illegally who rapes kids. Do you all hate Donald Trump more than you love your country? Mayor Adams?
I respect my president. I respect my
Yes or
country,
no?
and I
You're having the
respect
hardest time
my
today.
Senate.
Mayor Johnson?
I love my country.
Yes or no?
I love my
Okay.
country.
Mayor Johnson?
As the son of a pastor, I love everyone and this country.
Mayor Will?
I love my country and my city.
Do you all, are you all willing to go to jail for violating federal law? Mayor Adams?
I'm not going to violate federal law, so I don't have to worry about that.
Mayor Johnston?
We don't violate federal law either.
You don't violate federal law.
We do not violate federal
Is it
law.
violating federal law if you don't honor detainer requests from ICE?
Absolutely not. In fact, the statute Congressman Biggs shared, we explicitly follow. The statute says you cannot prohibit city employees from sharing information about someone's status with the government. We do not prohibit that.
Do you love illegal aliens more than you love your fellow countrymen?
I love all the residents of the city and county.
Mayor Johnston, are you willing to go to jail for violating federal law?
The city of Chicago complies with all laws.
Oh, I highly doubt that. Mayor Wu?
We are not violating federal law.
Mayor Wu, I have a last couple questions for you. Do you believe that ICE arresting a child rapist, quote, threatens everyone's safety, end quote? Yes or no?
No.
Does ICE arresting a murderous MS-13 gang member threaten everyone's safety? Yes or no?
No.
I would like to hold up this quote of you where you say ICE's efforts actually threaten the safety of everyone, end quote, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu. You're a hypocrite. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
It ended the way a storm ends, suddenly, with a pressure drop you can feel in your chest. Congresswoman Nancy Mace leaned into the microphone and lowered the boom. All of the mayors here today are actively working to harm the American people. You all have blood on your hands. Then she started the clock. Rapid fire. No filibusters. You are under oath. I only want a yes or a no. Across the witness table sat the faces of big city power: New York's Eric Adams, Chicago's Brandon Johnson, Denver's Mike Johnston, and Boston's Michelle Wu, architects of sanctuary city policy now forced to answer in the bright light of plain language. One by one, the questions fell. Do you acknowledge breaking into our country is a crime? A simple civics test. Mayor Adams hesitated, searching for the narrowest path through a straight line. I acknowledge. Mace cut in. Yes or no? Denver's Mayor Johnston tried the conditional, depends how you cross the border, as if the law bends with the manner of an entry. Chicago's Johnson pivoted to comprehensive immigration reform, as though legislation yet unwritten could rewrite the question already asked. Boston's Michelle Wu pressed the same way later, offered confident distances that danced, then circled back to prosecution when cornered. The theme emerged: complication against clarity, narrative against statute. Mace didn't blink. She moved to the point where policy becomes pain. Do you believe it's acceptable for illegals who commit heinous crimes to be released back into the public instead of being detained and deported? Adams: anyone that break a crime should be detained. A sentence grammatically broken, morally hedged. Johnson: any individual that causes harm should be held accountable. Wu: anyone who's a public safety threat should be prosecuted. Prosecution is one lane, detention and deportation another. The question asked for both. The answers refused to say both. She asked the question that reveals everything. Would your city honor an ICE detainer on an illegal alien who rapes kids if one was issued today? Here the split was unmistakable. Adams: in conformance with law, we will honor detainers. Chicago's Johnson would help them pick them up if there's a criminal warrant, then downgraded. If there's no criminal warrant, we'll honor notification requests. Denver's Johnston echoed the warrant standard. Wu said, get a criminal warrant. We will enforce a criminal warrant. But an ICE detainer is not a criminal warrant. It's a lawful civil request to transfer custody when criminal custody ends, to prevent dangerous offenders from being released back on your streets. Mace asked about detainers. They answered about warrants. The distinction is the loophole. The loophole is the policy. The hearing dragged the moral stakes into the open. When an illegal alien rapes a woman, do you believe you're on the right side of history? The mayors tried to redirect, charge, prosecute, jail, yes, the baseline of any criminal case. But a second baseline kept being ignored. If the person has no legal right to remain in this country, the system's duty is not only to prosecute the crime, but to prevent the recurrence, through detention, removal, and cooperation with federal immigration authorities. Local refusal fractures that chain. And the break in that chain has a name you won't hear in the press release: a victim who should never have existed. Then came the question that tested patriotism against politics. Do you all hate Donald Trump more than you love your country? Adams offered, I respect my president, I respect my country. Johnston said, I love my country. Johnson, as a son of a pastor, I love everyone and this country. Wu, I love my country and my city. On paper, it was a formality. In practice, Mace was asking whether hostility to federal enforcement under this administration or that has become its own moral compass, pointing these leaders not to public safety, but away from it. The legal fault line widened. Are you willing to go to jail for violating federal law? All four insisted they do not violate federal law. Mace pressed, isn't it violating federal law if you don't honor detainer requests? Denver's Johnston said, absolutely not. He cited a statute that forbids cities from prohibiting information sharing, a narrow compliance that avoids the central question of custody transfer. Again, the letter was used as a shield against the spirit. Comply with the one paragraph that costs you nothing. Defy the cooperation that actually protects your residents. In the end, Mace held up the exhibit that made Boston's mayor wince, a quote asserting that ICE's efforts threaten the safety of everyone. Michelle Wu, under oath, rejected the premise in present tense. No, but the record tells its own story. Words have consequences. Policies have fingerprints. And when the words and the fingerprints don't match, someone is spinning. What did we witness? The collision of two visions of responsibility. On one side, the mayor's calibrated rhetoric: prosecute violent offenders, get a warrant, honor notification requests, we love our country. On the other, a congresswoman insisting on the unadorned syllables of duty, yes or no, because on a dark street or in a quiet home, there are no footnotes. Sanctuary policy sounds compassionate in theory. In practice, it often means releasing a repeat offender at 2 a.m. and asking ICE to read the tea leaves. It means telling federal agents, get a criminal warrant, when the civil process is the tool the law actually provides. It means turning the complicated into the opaque and the opaque into the unaccountable. Government exists to secure the rights of its citizens. Justice demands that those who break our laws, especially those who prey on the innocent, face not only prosecution, but removal when they have no right to be here. Morality insists we tell the truth about cause and effect, and leadership requires the courage to trade applause lines for hard lines, lines that protect the public first, last, always. There is a reason Mace insisted on yes or no. The border is not a paragraph. It is a gate. The badge is not a metaphor. It is a promise. And the victims we never meet are not theoretical. They are our neighbors, our daughters, our sons. If you believe clarity beats spin, if you believe the first duty of government is to protect its people, stand with us. Subscribe to Liberal Country. Support our work to expose the truth, because safety is not partisan, borders are not suggestions, and accountability is not optional. It is the line between a nation of laws and a nation of excuses.